and stormed toward the egg-thrower with his fist raised.
"McAllister, that's me best coat. You were supposed to hit her, not me, you bloody sod."
A handful of women chastised the man for his profanity. Then all hell broke loose. A cacophony of raised voices filled the air. Men and women argued. The rude weasel and the beefy fellow rolled on the ground in a cloud of dust, while Beatrice Walker continued speaking in an elevated voice, as if nothing were amiss. A petite grey-haired matron, who looked to be a century old, battered her umbrella at every male in sight. With a surprising yell, she swung it at a rotund man in front of Caroline. The man ducked. The nib of the umbrella caught Caroline's veil, and her hat took flight like a lame bird, tumbling and twirling to the ground. She glanced around. God help her if there was anyone here she knew. Shielding her face with her hand, she crouched and reached for the hat. Someone kicked the rim, and it sailed several yards away. Drat! On her hands and knees, she weaved between the feet of the unruly mob. Her fingers were a mere inch from the hat when her foot landed on the gauzy veil. She peered up, past knee-high boots, past thick, muscular thighs, and past a wide chest and broad shoulders. The gentleman, dressed in black trousers and a cutaway riding coat, set his fisted hands on his lean hips and peered at the melee. His dark eyes, straight nose, and high cheekbones gave him a stern countenance. The silky waves of his black hair should have softened his features, but the tight set of his jaw obliterated that thought.
"What's going on here?"
he demanded in an authoritative voice. As if the devil rose to stand before them, several women gasped, as did a few men. Caroline rose and stepped back. Everyone stood quiet and still, even Beatrice Walker. With a scowl, the newcomer moved to where the wiry egg-throwing weasel sat atop the larger man on the ground.
"McAllister, what's this about?"
The weasel scrambled to his feet and opened his mouth, but nothing came out.
"I'm waiting,"
the gentleman said.
"'Tis not me fault, my lord."
The scoundrel jabbed a finger toward Caroline.
"'Tis hers."
She squared her shoulders and swallowed the lump in her throat. "It is not, sir."
"'Tis too," the weasel insisted. "You struck me with your umbrella."
The stern-faced gentleman cocked a dark, slashing brow at her.
"Did you?"
The low accusatory tone of his voice made her legs weak. "Remember, you are a strong woman, and strong women do not cower to men, even ones with broad shoulders and muscular arms and legs." She tilted her chin up. "Indeed I did, but he was about to toss an egg at Miss Walker." His piercing gaze swung back to McAllister.
"Is that true?" Yes, my lord. But 'twas a very small egg."
The gentleman motioned to a thin man standing behind him, a constable of some sort by the look of his black uniform and top hat.
"Ingalls, I think McAllister needs to spend a night in jail, contemplating his actions."
Having made his pronouncement, he returned his attention to her.
"Your name, madam?"
Caroline nibbled her lower lip. Mentioning father might get her out of this mess, but when Papa found out, he'd be so vexed. He would banish her to that Anglican convent in Oxfordshire. His favourite threat when displeased. He'd never speak to her again, though he rarely conversed with her now. The constable stepped toward her.
"Should I arrest the woman, sir?"
Arrest her? Nervous energy coursed through Caroline. She stepped back. Her feet tangled with the beefy fellow still lying on the ground. Arms flailing like a whirligig, she tumbled backward. Her bum, then shoulders, hit the hard, compacted dirt, followed by her head. The impact of her skull hitting the ground resonated in her ears. Flashes of light danced with splotches of black. The tall gentleman knelt beside her, his face almost obliterated by the midnight-coloured patches that floated before her eyes. He spoke, muffled words she couldn't grasp. Strong arms lifted her. The spicy scent of shaving soap filled her nose. Then darkness enveloped her, dragging her into a sunless pit. James Trent, the Marquess of Huntington, braced his hands on his desk and tried to hold his temper in check as he stared at Dr. Clark.